This is Kingdom View of Relationship and Marriage series. The first point here is people don't make you valuable. It is your purpose that determines how valuable you will be. So it's not people that is going to make you valuable. No, it is your purpose that will determine how valuable you will be. Are you there? And those things you have deliberately chosen to add, those values you have deliberately chosen to add to yourself is what defines how valuable you will be. Your spouse is your helper, and anyone who is not doing anything does not need a helpmate. He who is not willing to do something should not consider marriage to avoid confusion. Your wife becomes a threat to you when you have not discovered purpose. Women are created by God fully equipped with help materials. As a man, if you don't know how to engage your wife, then you may think she is a threat. When you are not doing anything and you get married, and every woman is equipped with a help equipment. Now, they have nothing to help you with. If care is not taken, they may even begin to fight you with those help equipment. Why? Because you have chosen not to do anything. But if you are a man that is doing something in the will of God, when the woman appears with her help equipment, she won't fight you with it. Rather, she will use it in the direction of help. Are you there? The question before marriage is not, do you love me? No, it is simply, where are you going? Don't follow anyone who is going nowhere. Loving someone who is going nowhere is disastrous. It's dangerous, very dangerous. Either you believe it or not, your future spouse is somewhere with someone doing something. That's the reality of life. The person you will marry in time to come is currently in a place now with someone doing something. Or better still, is somewhere doing something. Are you there? So that's one of the realities of life. If your spouse is unfaithful, leave him. God will handle that. Don't let their unfaithfulness make you become unfaithful. So, if you have a spouse that is not faithful to you, let God handle it. Continue to be faithful. The moment you let other people's unfaithfulness make you become unfaithful, you may lose your reward. Marriage is a mystery. No matter how long you stay in it, you can't know all of it. That's the mystery of marriage. No matter how long you stay in it, you can't know everything about it. Because marriage is a mystery, only those who have the true revelation about it can teach it right. Teaching or talking about marriage have nothing to do with whether you are a single or you are married. Only those to whom the mystery is revealed can teach it. Jesus is not a bachelor and he is not looking for a wife to marry. Dear sister, if your expectations are too ambiguous that it matches only with Jesus, then you will stay long unmarried. I think I've explained that in our previous series. You are not a father because you are old. You are a father because you can take responsibility. So, a father is a person that can take responsibility. A father is someone whose shoulder can bear the weight of responsibility. So, a person who is not responsible is not qualified to be called a father. So, fatherhood is responsibility. If you don't know how to feed your home, then don't have one. No matter how small it may be, you should have something that can fetch you money. Are you there? In marriage, idleness is wickedness. As far as marriage is concerned, choosing to be idle is choosing to be wicked. Dear husband, if you value your wife's dignity, you will you will enjoy you will enjoy a prophetic office. The prayer of a woman is not a joke. They may look common, but they are prophetic. You need her prayers. Don't wait until you get into trouble before you start begging her for prayers. If you value your wife's dignity, you will enjoy a prophetic office because she will be happy to pray for you. She will take it as a duty to ensure that she keeps you perpetually before the Lord in prayers. And you know what happens when your wife is committed to praying for you? What it means is suddenly you just discover that strange favor is coming in your direction. That's because somebody is praying for you. Don't go into marriage without having anything to take along. As a female, you need to ask yourself, what do I have? Don't just carry your clothes, your bag of clothes into your husband's house. Go with other things that can add to what is already present. You may have to buy some things in your home as a couple, but your personal contribution is needed. Don't just you are going to your husband's house and you are just going there with your bag of clothes. No, that's wrong. You should also have some other things that you can go with. Yes. Biologically, there is nothing in a man that is not in your husband, and there is nothing in a woman that is not in your wife. They have common features. So fix your eyes on your partner. That lady you saw outside has the same thing your wife has. There's nothing she has that your wife does not have. They have the same organ. The man you saw outside have the same organ too. So there's nothing you are looking for. Those inside wants to come out and those outside wants to come in. It's not a description of a godly marriage. Are you with me? So marriage is not an enterprise where those people who are already in it want to come out and those who are not in it want to go in. That's not a description of a godly marriage. In a godly marriage, there is peace, and nobody will want to leave peace for anything else. This is the description of a godly marriage. Those in thank God for their choice, and those outside wants to come in. That's the description of a godly marriage. Not those in want to come out. Those that are outside want to come in. That one is not for a godly marriage. Never introduce marriage to anyone without telling them how much you love them. Love comes before speaking. You can't express the love you don't have. Don't speak love if you can't demonstrate it. You can't be right in marriage if your mentality about marriage is wrong. If you have a wrong picture of marriage, then you will always be wrong in it. Your mentality controls your manner of approach. Marriage is not what you should be afraid of, it is what you should be aware of. You need to gather enough knowledge about it before going into it. Despite the fact that many many singles have seen uncountable marriages failing daily, but yet their appetite for marriage have not died. Many singles have seen marriages fail, but yet does that mean they have decided not to marry? Of course, no. They still want to marry, even when they have seen people regretting after marriage. Marriage is like a destination everyone in a journey we want to get to. Destination is supposed to be a resting place and not a war zone. How you handle marriage issues is what determines the outcomes you see in it. What are the three most important things you know? What are the three most important things to you? As someone who is married, if you must give an answer to this, then your marriage must be the number one thing you will mention. If you can answer that question without talking about your marriage, then eh, it has just shown how poor your knowledge is. Your home must be among the top three things you can die for. Otherwise, you are a joker. As a matter of fact, your home is number one. Your home is number one. So every other thing can take the other positions, but your home comes first. Even the ministry you are doing, your home comes before it. So your home is number one. Because if your home fails, definitely it's going to affect your ministry. As a male, if you have marriage convictions about a sister, if you as a brother have a marriage conviction concerning a particular sister, after you have done your research and necessary things, and you have gathered some necessary informations you need to gather, please, you need to go and tell her your convictions. If as a female you have a marriage conviction concerning a brother, then carefully make your research about him. If he is married, then it can't be him. It can't be him if he is married. Don't refuse Christian partners who have received a conviction about you as a sister, because you claim you have convictions about a brother who is not even showing any interest in you. If you have convictions about him and yet both of you are not in a relationship, then you shouldn't close the door of friendship with such a Christian brother. Until you are in courtship, you are still open to friendship. Are you there? Until you are in courtship, you are still open to friendship. Courtship is more defined. When the relationship is defined, then choosing to accept some funny friendship will be lack of wisdom. As a matter of fact, that will be spiritual confessiousness. Stop using the word the sister I received or the brother I received. The question is, who gave them to you? Are they a present? God can reveal your marriage partner to you and even give you a strong conviction about them. But when you say, when you begin to say things like, I received a particular person, you are automatically saying those people must be yours. What if they are already engaged? No wonder people waste their time around those who do not really need them. If who you saw is different from who is coming, then wait. And if who you saw seem to if who you saw seems to have gotten married before you notice, then you must know that there is something you have left undone that led to that. If this happens, prepare yourself, wash your face, and expect God's best. Expect God's next. His next can be his best of best. Now you are wiser because you have learned from your previous mistakes. As an unmarried single, love can push you to make some actions, but never you push love to make any action, because that can be very dangerous. It is like taking an advantage of people's love for you to hurt them. Don't, you know, don't keep hurting them, hoping to love, because don't keep hurting people because you know they love you, because their response to you may be terrible. No matter how spiritual you may think you are, never be too fast to say that God is leading you to a sister. God is leading you to sister A or brother B. Ensure that you are sure and make necessary research about the person. Otherwise, you will just be telling the world how childish you are. Stop waiting for the impossible. If they are not close, then they are not coming. If they are not close, then they are not coming. It is good to wait, but you wait to be sure. When you wait, are you there? It is good to wait, but when you wait to be sure, you are waiting for something that worth waiting for. It's not like you are just waiting for something you don't even know anything about. You wait. The essence of waiting in relationship and marriage is to be sure. Not that you are just waiting blindly, you don't even know what is coming. If you really need a God-fearing person, then be God-fearing. If you need a partner that is burning for Christ, then you also must be burning for Christ. Don't let your life reflect the opposite of what you need. If your life does not reflect what you need, then you are expected then what you are expecting you may not get. So if you desire the best of God, if you want the will of God in marriage, then you yourself must be the will of God. Everyone looks like their choice. Are you there? If you are not the best, you may not get the best. So, brothers, stop expecting sisters to come to you. You need to be bold enough to take a step. Be a man, stand tall, and don't be afraid of being disappointed. Every disappointment prepares you for the next appointment. So don't be scared. You should not expect that sisters will come to you. You need to be bold to make your convictions known. Helpful partners are not moved by what they see with you, but what they see in you. Partner who will be helpful to you, they are not usually moved by what they see with you, but instead they are moved by what they see in you. Value is better than flashy things. Meanwhile, value is within, but you can have flashy things outside. So those that will help your life, they don't come to you because you have a car. They don't come to you because you have a good job. They come not because of what they see with you, but because of what they see in you. If you think God is unfair for giving you a husband who is not wealthy, then what do you want? What did you want the widows to say? Be careful and be thankful. Be thankful and be grateful to God always, because He doeth things as He pleases. You are blaming God for giving you a partner that is not wealthy. What do you want those people whose partner are dead to do? So that will mean that in all things, according to the scripture, we are expected to give thanks. Contacting sexual disease is not just about having sex, it is about having multiple sex partners. If you are faithful to your partner, then you will be free. And this has to do with marriage now. In marriage, when it comes to sex, be faithful to your partner. Trying to expose your body to other people outside after marriage can expose you to diseases. If you show your affection too earlier in a relationship, it can lead you to a early dismiss. Are you there? We call it, this thing is friendship. Most of us, we turn friendship to courtship. So in friendship, you are already loving up. You're already calling. You are like, I can't sleep. I can't sleep without you. I can't do this without you. There are boundaries. You must understand there are boundaries.
And knowing this will help us to be able to carry ourselves with honor and dignity.